Welcome to our live news. I am Olubenga George. The headlines. Arewa Group opposes calls for Nnamdi Kanu'S release from detention. Atiku camp replies PDP denies knowledge of performance reports. On foreign scene, Palestinian Cardinal Adnan dies in Israeli custody. In sports, Alex Iwobi gives Premier League's Everton important point against Leicester City. And on the entertainment scene, Burna Boy 10 storms 2023 Met Gala event with head-turning look.
This is Alive TV.
Now the news in detail. Former Emir of Kano, Sanusi Lamido Sanusi, has said Vice President Yemi Osibajo would have been a fantastic president if he was the presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress. Sanusi stated this on Monday at the virtual launch of the book Osinbajo's Strides, Defining Moments of an Innovative Leader. The former Central Bank of Nigeria governor said Nigeria lost by not electing Osibajo as its president and that the country will be worse off for not having someone like him as the leader. According to Sanusi, Osibajo was one of the government officials in the current administration willing to debate any matter and yield a superior argument. Sanusi, however, expressed hope that the vice president will be available to serve, advise, and put in his best for the country in the incoming government. The Atiku Okuwa Presidential Campaign Organization has said it is unaware of any plan to submit the 2023 presidential election performance report to the leadership of the People's Democratic Party. The PDP said it is yet to hold a National Executive Committee meeting due to the uncertainty surrounding the party's 2023 presidential election performance report. The National Secretary of the PDP, Senator Samuel Anyanwu, said the National Working Committee is expecting the report of the performance of the party in the 2023 election from the Presidential Campaign Council. Anyanwu stated that it is after the careful study and review of the report that the NWC, led by the interim national chairman Umar Damagun, would call for a NEC meeting. Reacting in an interview with the press on Monday, the spokesman for the Campaign Council, Daniel Bwala, said he was not aware of such a presidential election performance report. Also speaking, the Director of Strategic Communications of the PDP Presidential Campaign Council, Chief Dele Momodu, said he does not have any knowledge of the submission of the report. Still in local stories, Nigerians in Diaspora Commission Chairman Abike Dabiri Arewa has deleted a tweet many has termed discriminatory against accusation of abandoning Igbos in Sudan. Abike had shared the controversial tweet a few days ago, stating that those in buses conveying fleeing Sudan students were sorted according to their state of origin. However, a video making the rounds online captured some stranded Igbo indigents in Sudan narrating their ordeal, how they were asked to alight from the flight for Nigerians of other extraction to enter the plane for evacuation. One of them that spoke in the video begged Igbo billionaire Arthur Eze and others to come to their aid while expressing appreciation to the Chief Executive Officer of Peace Airline, Allen Oyema, for donating his aircraft for the evacuation. Although the NIDCOM chairman is yet to respond to the accusation and has subsequently deleted the controversial tweet. The Arewa community in southern Nigeria has urged the federal government and President Muhammadu Buhari not to heed calls for the unconditional release of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu. According to the group, Kanu and his members are responsible for the killing of many innocent persons in the south, and there is no guarantee the killings won't resume if IPOB leader is released. The leader of the Arewa community, Musa Saidu, who made the stand of the group known in a statement on Tuesday, lamented that nobody is saying anything about those who have been killed. Saidu, who was reacting to the call by President General of the Ohaneze Ndigbo, Emmanuel Iwanyawu, who had on Sunday urged President Muhammadu Buhari to release Kanu before the end of his tenure, said Kanu should have been called to order by the same people demanding his release. Arguing further, Saidu said that the IPOB leader cannot be released by President Buhari because he was facing trial in the law court, and only the courts have the power to decide his fate. Rather than ask for the president to order Kanu's release, the Arewa group, through its leader, advised Ohaneze to visit the victims of IPOB attacks in the southeast, who were mainly settlers, and beg for their forgiveness. Now to foreign story. India, backed by China, is trying to build a consensus with the G20 group to let countries choose a roadmap to cut carbon emissions instead of settling a deadline to end the use of fossil fuels, three Indian government officials said. India, the current G20 president, is keen on introducing the phrase multiple energy pathways in a communique to be released at a group summit in September and has been supported by countries including China and South Africa, one of the officials said. The three officials declined to be identified since they were not authorized to speak to the media. Multiple pathways for energy transition would enable countries to choose resources, even coal, while working towards plans on net zero emissions. At a meeting of the G20 Energy Transmission Working Group in the western state of Gujarat last month, India opposed a deadline proposed by rich nations to end the use of coal, said the official who was at the meeting. Coal accounts for nearly 3/4 of India's annual electricity generation, according to government data, and New Delhi has long defended its use of the fuel, citing lower emission per capita compared to other countries. China supported India during the meeting, saying it cannot put a timeline on ending fossil fuel dependence and would want to put all its available resources to optimum use, the official said. Still in foreign stories, a Palestinian Islamic Jihad leader died on Tuesday in Israeli custody after an 87-day hunger strike, authorities said. The first such fatality in more than 3 decades, and tensions around Gaza Strip spiked the factions swore revenge. Kader Adnan, who was awaiting trial, was found unconscious in his cell and taken to a hospital where he was declared dead after efforts to revive him. Israel's prison service said he had refused any medical assessment or treatment, it added. Hundreds of people took to the street in Gaza to rally in support of Adnan and mourn his death, and the Israeli military said 3 rockets were fired into Israel from the street. Since 2011, Adnan had conducted at least 3 hunger strikes in protest and detentions without charges by Israel. The tactic has been used by other Palestinian prisoners, sometimes NSA, but none had died since 1992. Disputing the prison service account, Adnan's lawyer, Jamil Al-Khatib, and a doctor with a human rights group who recently met with accused Israeli authorities of withholding medical care. Adnan, 45, was from Jenin in the Israeli-occupied West Bank. Islamic Jihad sources said he was one of its political leaders. The faction has a limited West Bank presence, but is the second most powerful armed group in Hamas-ruled Gaza, where Israeli forces fought a brief war against it last month. Now to sporting stories. Everton earned an important point in their quest to survive relegation thanks to a volleyed striker from Nigerian international Alexi Iwobi on Monday. On the said day, Everton and fellow relegation-threatened side Leicester City battled into a thrilling 2-2 draw at the King Power Stadium. Alex Iwobi got the equalizer after Jordan Pickford had saved a penalty kick from Leicester City's James Maddison, which could have forced the game to end 3-1 at the King Power Stadium. The equalizer wasn't just important for the struggling Merseyside, but an uplifting goal for Alex Iwobi, who couldn't score for 7 months before his beautiful strike on Monday. The last time the 26-year-old Nigerian international scored was in October 2022 when Everton lost 2-1 to Manchester United on match day 10. Before Iwobi's goal, Dominic Calvert-Lewin also scored his first goal since October from the penalty spot to open the scoring for the Toffees. But Kagla Soyuncu's goal cancelled out the lead in the 22nd minute, while in the 33rd minute, Vardy gave Leicester City the lead for the first time in the game, which lasted until the 54th minute before Iwobi's strike cancelled out the lead. Unfortunately, Everton left the King Power Stadium with a point at the cost of losing their captain, Seamus Coleman, to injury. Still in sport, the possibility of Victor Osimhen joining Manchester United this summer depends on the transfer strategy the potential new owners of the club deploy. Manchester United fans have been pressuring the current owner of the club, the Glazers family, to sell the club since the fortunes of the club have dwindled under their watch. On Sunday, when Aston Villa visited Old Trafford to take on the Red Devils, the home fans staged a fierce protest against the Glazers amidst the speculation that the American investors would remain a part of the club beyond this summer after 18 years in charge of the club. Apart from the speculation that the family has been taking money from the club without much investment in the club's infrastructure, the club has been struggling to win titles. Recall that the last time United won a Premier League title was during the 2012 to 2013 season. As United fans are anxiously waiting to see whether the club would officially bid for Osimhen this summer, the fans are also on the lookout to see if the 100% takeover bid of Sheikh Jassim will scale through or if the Glazers would go with the 50% takeover bid from British billionaire Sir Ratcliffe. World-renowned transfer market expert Fabrizio Romano has said Victor Osimhen's potential move to Old Trafford would be determined by any of the bidders who win the takeover bid. The 24-year-old Serie A's top scorer, who has a price tag of £150 million, has been outstanding this season. He scored 21 goals so far in the Italian league. He is on the verge of helping Napoli win their first Scudetto since 1990. Now away to the entertainment scene. Nigerian award-winning singers Burna Boy and Tems made their debut at the 2023 Met Gala, one of the biggest fashion and fundraising events in the entertainment scene. The event, often holds every first Monday of May, had its 2023 theme as Karl Lagerfeld, a line of beauty, honoring the late designer who died in 2019. The African giant star and Crazy Things crooner did not disappoint as they stormed the red carpet with a daring yet impressive sense of style. Burna Boy is seen in a matching black and blue slightly checkered outfit and a generous cape-like extension of the same material flowing behind him. Tems wore a black and white ensemble, and the dress is one of Robert Woon's latest signature designs, featuring a black corset-like top, a flowing regal white finish at the bottom, and elbow-length gloves. And that's our live news for the hour. Thanks for joining. Have a great evening.